Hello, Instagram fam, YouTube fam, y'all on the other side of the screen. I'm MJ, I'm from Alta Love. I'm the founder of Alta Love, and I'm providing a new service, guided by a spirit essence, to offer you some love and guidance, because life is super duper challenging, is it not? But it's also mega abundant love heart vibration, if you allow it to be, but gosh golly. Life is not at all what I thought it was going to be, and yet it's pretty profoundly beautiful at the same time if you allow yourself to be yourself. Basically, not giving a ass about other people's judgments. Ooh, baby. So I did record a video, and it was way too long. I got to keep these little shares, these little daily tarots have got to be kept under 10 minutes. So let's get the highest guidance and advice for the Alta Love fam. What do people need to hear? What is it? What is the energy that people are working with? What's the most divine and loving guidance that we can offer for the Alta Love community? Giving them access to the divine wisdom and guidance that is already within them. They already know to be true. We just want to find the affirmative messaging that's going to help them navigate in the highest timeline, most loving timeline, most abundant and compassionate timeline for all, in service to the whole, the upliftment of the planet, in alignment with the paradigm shift. Oh, right on. Okay, we're definitely working through some tough energy here, you guys. We are like rising out of this suppressed state. I think a lot of you have been going through some major emotional turmoil, both in, you know, your own and like also just social conditioning, social imprints, and or potentially coming out of abusive work environments and love relationships. So a lot of freedom break. The rebel is the source. So, oh my, and there's a huge energy shift happening in the root and sacral chakras among the collective. It's like en masse. There's huge healings around our sexuality and our creativity. So there's some travel on the cards here. A sense of adventure. What we're now letting go of is this feeling of like holding on to our pentacles, holding on to our fear, holding on to our past self, holding on to the idea of what we think we are supposed to be or what we thought we were supposed to be. And now it's like we're moving in a new direction, and we're moving pretty fast. So there's like this Knight of Swords coming in that's like fast moving, quick energy. This could be to do with work. This could be to do with just adventure, new beginnings in love, new beginnings in stability, in putting down roots, in having foundation. And this is ultimately moving us into this greater sense of love, greater sense of togetherness. See the couple that's in between these pillars? They're happy. There's a wreath. There's a celebration. There's a feeling of joy. So really, really, we're coming out of this feeling of holding on too tight. We're putting that aside. We're taking inspiration of the world to set forth. We have a decision, kind of decisions to make in a direction that we're going to move in. This feels to me like a fast decision, something that's moving you in a really positive direction, because these are then the kind of overarching outcome cards, or the feeling cards, is greater love and union, a sense of love, and that could of course be an actual relationship, an actual person coming into your world. And this is something that has longevity. This is something that has potential for, in as far as the simplicity of the cards, a happily ever after. Interesting. Okay, this is coming up more like for a lot of the Alta Love readings. So part of what we're dying to is the fight, the struggle, the rebel. And this is just to do with the kind of resistance and the subtlety of manifestation. If those of you who resonate here, you're practicing manifestation, right? Law of attraction, working through and becoming a clear channel to attract the desires you deserve, right? So a huge aspect of this union. Oh yeah, baby, I'm pulling that. That's the Ten of Pentacles. So a big part of the union, so finding a foundation in love, whether it's self-love and your own integrity and sovereignty, fine. Part of that is letting go of the rebel energy, letting it die. Let the rebel energy die and just become the source of creation. Become the totality of the creative field, and then allow yourself to set forth, make a decision, move forward, let new energy shake things up as they come in. You've got love here. You've got stability here. You've got firm foundations being planted on the ground, because this is what we end up with, the Ten of Pentacles. So money, love, prosperity, company, community, like it's all right there. And it was just right in front. So this is actually a really positive reading. There's just some stuff we're rising out of, suppression. And there's a dying part of the self. It's this feeling of fight against the system, or fight against authority, or basically any conflict internally, i.e. the rebel, anything you feel you need to rebel against. We want to die to that energy and instead embody the source, embody the true creative elixir that you are. So another spiritual intuitive advice is that we are very much in this belt of creative time, working with the soul, the sacral and the root energy. So this is to do with your creativity, your sense of sexuality, your sense of sensuality in your body, your ability to express that, be that, share that. And then, well, that's part of the creative outpouring of the root and the sacral chakras being in your body. And then I'm just seeing people dancing and having fun. Really nice way to break out of the rebel, break out of suppression, die to those more limited lack ways of being, and then rise, make decisions, be the source, let fast moving energy move you about, because it's greater loving integrity, greater foundation, a more solid foundation. Because again, this is not a solid foundation. This is not a solid foundation, right? Love, when we're coming from a place of love, that is then a solid foundation, because it's building you to this. It's building you to, basically, Ten of Pentacles to me is like happily ever after. Like, what more do we want, right? We have everything. We have everything in the physical world that we could possibly want. And that's ultimately why we all do all this stuff, right? Why do we book readings? Why do we go to yoga? Why do we get into all this stuff? It's to improve our lives. It's to feel better in our bodies so that we can feel better in life. And this reading is saying, we got this. The good shit is coming in. The only sort of challenge is to let go of suppression, basically embody more love, self-love, drop the conflict and the rebel, the rebel energy, like fighting as a system. Let that die. Let that die in lieu, embody the full presence, embody the full totality of your creative source point, and then you get this. But you'll start to see people, new things, and you'll start to get a sense, certainly, even if it's not made manifest, you're going to get a sense inside yourself that you're putting roots down, that you're feeling more stable. Because this card to me is as much like other as it is you anchoring stability within the self, your home. As in, like, the vessel, the body is your home. So you're finding the foundation there via self-love. And this is the result, basically just to say you're on the right track. Keep going in the loving direction. Let the rebel, the suffering, and the suppression, let that die. It might take a little bit, but then we're working towards this. So there's your reading, you guys. I hope that was useful to you. I have so much love for you. If it resonated, it's more than likely that a private reading would serve you really well, and or you can have some coaching time with me as well. I love you guys. Have a gorgeous day. Happy Saturday, and I'll speak to you real soon. Peace out, guys.